Somewhere in America right now, someone is eating a quarter-pound hot dog with a 20-ounce soda, refills included, for $1.50. That price was set in 1985. Gasoline cost $1 a gallon. 40 years of inflation later, that combo should cost about $4.50. It still costs $1.50. It has never gone up. Not once. Last year, this company sold 245 million of those combos. And here's the part that should make no sense. By its own executive's admission, it makes essentially nothing on them. When a future CEO suggested finally raising the price, the founder gave him an answer so famous it became company law. We'll get to it, word for word. Because the hot dog is not a fluke. It is the clearest window into the strangest business model in retail. This company caps its own profit on everything it sells. It spends nothing on advertising. For years, its CEO answered his own phone. Wall Street has called it too benevolent, and yet $1,000 invested at its IPO is worth more than $500,000 today. The trick? Almost nothing in the building is there to make money. Every $5 chicken, every discounted television, every free sample exists to sell you the one item with a nearly 100% margin. A $65 plastic card. This is the story of Costco, the store that loses money on purpose and banks billions doing it. To understand Costco, you have to start with a company that no longer exists, and a man most people have never heard of, Sol Price, a San Diego lawyer who, in 1954, took over an abandoned warehouse on Main Street and opened a store called FedMart. Membership, $2 per family, government employees only. No decoration, no service, no frills, just a big box and low prices. First-year sales, $4.5 million, 4 times what he projected. Price had discovered something quietly profound. Strip away everything, and shoppers don't feel cheated, they feel smart. A young merchant from Arkansas was taking notes. Sam Walton later admitted he borrowed as many ideas from Sol Price as from anybody else in the business, including, he said, the name. Then, in 1975, a German retailer bought control of FedMart, and within a year fired Sol Price from his own company. He was 59. Most men retire. Price got even. In 1976, inside a former airplane hangar on Morena Boulevard, once used by Howard Hughes's operation, he opened something new. Price Club. $25 a year for the right to buy in bulk at prices barely above wholesale. The membership warehouse was born. But the most valuable thing in that first FedMart store was never on the shelves. As the story goes, it was an 18-year-old kid who came in to help a friend unload mattresses on opening day. And stayed. His name was Jim Sinegal. Asked, decades later, what he learned from the father of the warehouse club, Sinegal needed 3 words. I learned everything. 1983, Seattle. A lawyer named Jeff Brotman, son of a Tacoma retail family, had been pushed by his father to go look at this Price Club phenomenon. Brotman understood real estate and money. What he needed was an operator, and everyone he asked pointed to the same man, Sol Price's right hand. On September 15, 1983, in a converted warehouse on 4th Avenue South in Seattle, Sinegal and Brotman opened the first Costco. 100,000 square feet, cement floors, open ceilings, cash or check only. Around 4,000 items sold to small businesses at 8 to 9% over wholesale, margins the rest of retail considered insane. What happened next had never happened before. Costco became the first company in history to grow from $0 to $3 billion in sales in under 6 years. And then came an ending nobody scripted. By the early 90s, the warehouse war was on. Walmart had cloned the concept as Sam's Club, and everyone needed scale. Walmart came for Price Club. Price Club said no. Instead, in 1993, it merged with Costco. 206 warehouses, $16 billion in combined sales, and within 4 years, one surviving name. The student had absorbed the teacher. Sol Price's invention now belonged to the kid from the mattress truck. Senegal ran Costco on rules that read like the opposite of a business school textbook. Rule 1. Nothing is marked up more than 14%. 15 for the house brand. Ever. Department stores take 50% or more. Supermarkets, 25%. At Costco, when a buyer lands a once-in-a-lifetime deal, every penny of it is passed to the member. Inside the company, they still tell the salmon story. In 1987, salmon fillets sold for $5.99 a pound. Costco's buyers then improved the fish 5 separate times, trimmed, deboned, skinned, and each time the price went down, landing at $4.79 for a better product. There is literally an internal prize for this. It's called the Salmon Award. Rule 2. Sell almost nothing. A Walmart supercenter carries over 100,000 items. A Costco, about 3,800. One brand of ketchup. No signs over the aisles, that's deliberate. They want you wandering. And a rotating cast of treasure hunt items that may be gone next week. Fewer items, bigger orders, deeper discounts. Rule 3. Overpay your people. Costco paid the highest wages in retail and insured nearly everyone. And Wall Street hated it. One Deutsche Bank analyst grumbled that at Costco, it's better to be an employee or a customer than a shareholder. Another called Senegal too benevolent. Senegal, who paid himself $350,000, about 12 times his floor workers, when other CEOs made 400 times, fired back. Wall Street is in the business of making money between now and next Tuesday. We're trying to build a company that will be here 50 years from now. And then there is Rule 4, the one you can taste. The hot dog and the chicken are not products, they are policy. When Craig Jelinek, the man who would succeed Senegal as CEO, told him they were losing money on the $1.50 combo and should finally raise the price, Senegal's answer became retail legend. If you raise the price of the effing hot dog, I will kill you. Figure it out. So Jelinek figured it out. Instead of raising the price, Costco built its own hot dog plants, first Los Angeles, then Chicago, producing a Kirkland Frank roughly 10% bigger for less money. When Coca-Cola got too expensive in 2013, Costco didn't touch the price. It switched the fountains to Pepsi. The rotisserie chicken got the same treatment. $4.99, a price Costco has refused to move since 2009, even as its own CFO admitted the company was walking away from $30 to $40 million a year to hold it. When suppliers couldn't hit the number, Costco became a farmer, a $450 million operation in Fremont, Nebraska. Hatchery, feed mill, processing plant, contracts with more than 100 farms, built to run 2 million birds a week. A retailer built a farm to protect a price. And where do they put those chickens? The very back of the warehouse. To reach the thing that loses money, you walk past everything that doesn't. So if the markups are capped, the workers are overpaid, and the icons lose money, where is the profit? Here is Costco's real income statement, and it is one of the most elegant designs in business. Last fiscal year, Costco brought in $275 billion, the third largest retailer on earth, behind only Walmart and Amazon. But on all those goods, the mayonnaise, the televisions, the diamond rings, the margins are deliberately razor thin. Then there's the other line, membership fees. $5.3 billion collected before members buy a single item. That one line is almost pure profit, and it equals roughly half of Costco's entire operating income and about 2/3 of everything that hits the bottom line. Read the design again. The products don't exist to make money. The products exist to justify the card. Nearly 83 million households now pay $65 or $130 a year for permission to shop, and more than 92% of them renew every year, the highest loyalty in retail. Costco's current CEO says it out loud. The most important item we sell is the membership card. The moat keeps getting deeper. Kirkland Signature, the house brand launched in 1995, named after the Seattle suburb where Costco was headquartered, did roughly $90 billion last year. One private label, roughly a third of everything Costco sells, bigger than Nike. All of it enforcing the same promise. The markup is capped, so the price is the truth. And when members want something, Costco moves like no other retailer alive. In late 2023, it casually started selling 1-ounce gold bars. Within months, analysts estimated it was moving up to $200 million in gold a month. The market finally understands. $1,000 into Costco's IPO in December 1985, the same year the hot dog price froze, is worth over $500,000 today. Investors now pay nearly 50 times earnings for a discount warehouse. A luxury valuation for the one company whose entire promise is refusing luxury margins. Nintendo built an empire by taxing every game. Microsoft by taxing every PC. Costco built one of the most valuable retailers in history by doing something stranger, taxing itself. It capped its own profits so visibly, for so long, that 100 million people concluded this is the one store that will never rip them off, and then paid, in advance, for the privilege of walking in. That is what the hot dog really is. Not lunch. Proof. A $1.50 promise kept for 40 years, telling every member the whole building runs on your side of the table. Raise the price, and you don't lose a quarter on a hot dog. You break the spell. Sol Price liked to say all he ever wanted was to sell for the lowest price possible. The men who studied him, Walton Sinegal, built the two biggest retail machines on earth from that one sentence. And somewhere in a food court right now, the proof is still $1.50. Next time, the furniture empire founded by a 17-year-old selling matchsticks, a company that makes you build the product yourself, hides a maze inside every store, and is, legally speaking, owned by a charity. If you don't want to miss IKEA, you know what to do.